Alright guys, so today we're going to be looking at a brand new pair of truly wireless earbuds from Skullcandy. Now, they recently came out with the Skullcandy Push, and to be honest, coming from Skullcandy, I actually expected much better. So today we're looking at Skullcandy's new truly wireless earbuds that kind of has more of the Airpod look to it because it has the stem. These retail for $80, and that is the Skullcandy Indy. All right, so first off, we're going to look to see what's inside the box. Now, the first thing you're going to notice is they're pretty close to looking like AirPods. So you're either going to get the little small round truly wireless earbuds or the ones that have the little stem that look like AirPods. So these kind of follow that look. Now, inside the box, you get a micro USB cord for charging. And honestly, I think in 2019, audio, companies need to be using USB-C at this point. The earbuds themselves get about 4 hours, and then the case will charge them additional 3 times. So you get a total of 16 hours of use before you really need to charge the case. And as you can see on the case up top is Skullcandy's logo. Right up front are 3 dots to give you the battery indicator of how much battery life is inside the case. Then on the bottom is the micro USB input for charging. And as far as ear tips go, there is basically a small and a large included, but I found that the ones that came on it, which I guess would be kind of a medium, fit me perfectly. Plus, the Skullcandies and what kind of differentiates them from like AirPods and a lot of these is they have a silicone little wingtip up top, and this really does do a good job of keeping these in your ears. I had no issues at all with these moving around or falling out, and as far as isolation, because of this, it keeps a really good seal as opposed to like AirPods who have a little bit more of an open design, so you're hearing more of what's going on around you. That is not the case with these. These also have touch sensitive controls, so there's no button that you're sitting there mashing and pressing these things and jamming them into your ear. You just simply tap the side to be able to do your controls. And as far as controls, if you tap it once on the right side, it will turn your volume up. You tap it once on the left, it will turn your volume down. If you press and hold the right for 2 seconds, it will skip your track forward. And if you press and hold the left for 2 seconds, it will go back and start the track over. And also, if you tap either one of these 2 times, it will play and pause your song. Now, there is a mic located on the right earbud, and as far as for taking calls, answering calls, the mic quality on these are okay. But speaking of the mic, let's do a mic test right here. Okay, so speaking of the mic quality on the Skullcandy Indy, as you can tell, I am recording this right now using these, and it's, again, not anything special, but as far as taking calls, and just general conversation, I think it's more. Now, these are IPX4 rated, so they are not waterproof, but they are sweat proof and splash proof. So if you get a little bit of water, if it starts to rain a little bit, they're okay, but definitely do not submerge these into water. Now, as far as the design of these, the first thing I noticed was not that they look like AirPods. They almost look identical to the Anker Soundcore Liberty Air. I mean, like really, really close to these, except, these have the little silicone wingtips, which you can take off. It's very odd how close they look, especially considering when you go to Skullcandy's website, you can see they even kind of show off somebody like sketching this out and trying to really put thought into the design, which is, again, weird considering they're almost a clone of another design. All right, so the big thing here is how do these sound, because that is where the Skullcandy Push fell flat, and I can honestly say Skullcandy really did redeem themselves with these. These sound amazing. In fact, they sound way better than AirPods, and at the $80 price range, they sound really impressive. You would think with Skullcandy you're going to get plenty of bass, and in this case you do, and that is where the Skullcandy Push kind of fell flat. It just sounded more bright than anything else, and it didn't have the low end that you're usually expecting and that most Skullcandy customers are expecting. These definitely deliver in that department, but they also keep that really crisp high end. Mids, if anything, would be my only complaint. That's kind of buried a little bit between the thick bass and the crystal clear highs. So at times, if you're listening to guitar riffs, they kind of are toned back a little bit. Some vocals on tracks seem a little pulled back, but again, that's kind of nitpicking these things. I think at $80, it's a really good value. Skullcandy did a great job because it brings back a lot of what I liked in the inked wireless, the method wireless, and it's tying it into a truly wireless earbud. Now the Soundstage on these are not really open sounding at all, but they are earbuds and you usually don't get that, so that's not really a big deal anyway. But sound imaging, you are able to tell where things are coming from, but it doesn't sound as spread out as you would get with like an open back pair of headphones. Not that I'm trying to compare these to that, but it kind of gives you an idea that your sound is more in a bubble here instead of an open environment. So I don't know how they did it. I really wish that they would retune the Skullcandy Push to sound like these, and then you would have a very impressive truly wireless earbud lineup, having the little earbuds and then having the ones that look like AirPods, and have something for everybody. And at $80, that's the big thing that I was surprised about. I was expecting these to be like $130 to maybe $150, because that, with the quality of the sound of these, is about where I think they could be priced. The case to me feels cheap, but at the same time it feels light. So if you're going to put this in your pocket, that can also be a plus as well. Now the earbuds feel hollow, so again, there's not a lot of weight when they're in your ear, and as you can see, it's really low profile. It just really looks like a black version of the AirPods. It's really sleek. Now as of right now in this review, black is the only color that these are available in, but you guys know how Skullcandy is. This is going to be available in probably multiple different colors, but I like the black look. So guys, that's my review on these Skullcandy Indies. I think Skullcandy redeemed themselves with these, and coming in at $80, this is a really good overall value, because people see Skullcandy, they're going to be drawn to the name, but I don't think you're paying that name brand tax that Beats and some brands are doing. I think $80 is a really good price for these. I think they understand that the market right now is really competitive with truly wireless earbuds. All right, guys, so thank you so much for checking out this video. Thank you guys so much for checking out all the other videos. And as always, guys, make sure to stay tuned for more.